different countries and different religions and different cultures, there's a different worship for success and beginning, a good start, then it is not the symbolization of Lord Ganesha, it is a one universal energy which delivers success.
That's correct. But for you or in your religion, it is you've grown up with that idol worship, right? So that makes sense to you, isn't it?
Correct, yeah.
In some other religion, there may be no idol worship at all, but it still works for them.
So if it is the universal energy, then the question is, instead of having one for success, one for money, one for education, we can have one prayer to one universal energy to get everything that we pray for.
Yes, but every time and in every religion and every era, the purpose of delivering the essence of spirituality has been different. Now in India itself, we hear of so many masters and saints and demigods, right? So they are all energies that keep coming and delivering a message and doing their job for humanity.
So those are fragmented compartments.
Those are fragmented compartments, yes, but it is at the individual level for you to know what is going to work for you. If you if you keep going back in time, right, how many such energies can you hold on to?
That was my point exactly. What I'm trying to come at is that instead of then fragmented compartments of prayers, can we consolidate and integrate into one energy, whatever that may be, as God? And then we can pray for each of these to one
God. But for every soul's journey is very different.
You
may have done all of this to eventually get to a guru and master called Meher Baba who believes or who has, doesn't matter what religion you belong to. The essence is to hold on to your Lord and Guru to help you to deliver and move on your spiritual path. Correct?
Correct.
So once your soul comes to that stage, you will automatically take to it like a fish takes to water. It will become very easy for you. But for many souls, there are billions of souls in this universe, and billions of souls come and they come and go, come and go, and come and go, and come and go. So they are also every soul is attached to a lineage, correct? To an ancestral lineage, to a past.
Correct.
So it has to go through that journey. If you say I made a great car but I forgot to put the brakes, what happens? So every soul will eventually go through that journey where it will say that I just belong to the energy that is in the universe and that works for me. So till then, the impressions that the soul carries will continue.
So therefore, if we come to a stage in which, say, we believe in one God and one Guru, say Meher Baba, in that case, the Baba will represent the Ganesha, Baba will represent Lakshmi, Baba will represent Saraswati.
Yes, absolutely.
So we don't need to pay to separate gods.
No, I'm not saying that you don't have to. As I said, it is your individual journey.
No, I'm just saying if we choose to put all our petitions of money, education, success, everything that represents the other compartments to only one God or one Guru called Meher Baba, then is Meher Baba representing all of them and has the same capability and power to deliver success, education, wealth, spiritual progress, everything?
Yes, because for you it is Meher Baba, correct? But for some other soul, it could be 10 different Meher Babas. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm understanding. So I'm just saying, my question is very specific, that you're confirming that if instead of multiple worships, we only worship one God and one Guru called Meher Baba, it is equivalent and it is the same.
No, I am not saying that. I'm saying if you have found your Guru and Master and you believe that is that highest of the high energy with whom you have been associated with, fortunately, right? and that is now your path.
Hmm.
I've said you can't have two tutors who can teach you the same subject, right?
Hmm.
Because every tutor will have a different style of teaching you math.
Right.
So which tutor will you go with? You will go with the tutor, one tutor, correct? Because you
Right.
don't want to confuse your mind.
Right.
Then at the end of the day, if that tutor has given you the right guidance or not, it doesn't matter really. Because you have entrusted your faith in that tutor, correct?
Hmm.
But if you find a tutor who says, okay, I am good only with geometry, if someone says I'm only good with algebra, right? Then you'll say, okay, fine, let me study algebra with that master and geometry with another master. I am not disadvantaged on both the subjects, correct? But if you have a tutor who is holistic and can deliver everything that you're looking for, will you go helter-skelter finding some other tutor?
No, that
you
was
will
my
not.
point. So
You will
is
not.
is Meher Baba
Now that is up to you, as I exactly said. I'm saying, I'm not putting words in your mouth. I am not saying that because we are not, I'm not giving any dictate to anyone. Look, I have said we are above religion, right?
Right.
We are all above religion. And for me, all religions were like beads on the same string, correct?
Yes.
If you remember.
Yes, you said that.
All religions give you the same message. From that religion, how much... Look, it's like today you may say, I am very much with Meher Baba, right? But for me, nothing else matters. But you still partake in functions and festivals and celebrations, don't you?
Yes.
Why? Why? First, because that's something that you've grown up with, right? It's very strongly inhibited at your soul level. And it only gives you joy.
Correct.
It is not giving anything else. It's community living. You are associating with your beliefs from the past, right? You believe that yes, there are other energies, and there are energies that work like that. I just explained they're demigod energies, right? If I say I've got perfect masters who run the universe, doesn't mean that they are anything less than Baba energy, but they have a different role to perform. So you go and you still partake. If I tell you today, no, you don't have to go and celebrate Diwali with your friends and family, or you don't have to celebrate puja or anything anymore. All I'm going to say is I'm depriving you from a happy time. Correct? So if you are going to engage in a happy program, there's nothing wrong with it. So if Ganesh Chaturthi, as I explained, is community living and celebrated largely with the community, right? That was the purpose for which Sarvajanik Ganesh started. What's wrong with that?
No, my question wasn't about wrong. We, as you rightly said, we participate in cultural and traditional festivals and beliefs and faiths and rituals. That's good. My question was, but for the reason that we participate is we pray for starting and progress and success to Ganesha. We pray to Lakshmi for wealth and prosperity. We pray to Saraswati for education. My question was that if we do all these prayers to Meher Baba, does Meher Baba represents all of them and are capable of giving us the same results?
Yes, Baba represents everything. As I just explained, there is a Lakshmi concept only in the Indian religion, Hindu religion. Correct?
Right.
A Lakshmi, goddess Lakshmi may be known by some other name in some other country. You don't know.
Yeah.
Right. But for you, the goddess of wealth, goddess Lakshmi represents being the goddess of wealth. Right? Because your Hindu scriptures tell you that. This is something has been passed on to you.
Right.
Which that's what you've heard. And in a small little lifetime of yours till 60 years as of today. Right? Or a bit more. Or for somebody else, something else. But that is the religion that you grew up in with. Isn't it? It is up to you, as I said, if you believe, which I'm sure you do. But you still would like to partake and not forget that part of your life. Why should you forget that part of your life? You tell me.
I never said that I don't partake. I'm saying my question is only about Meher Baba. Will Baba represent each?
You have to answer that question.
No, Baba has to answer. Do you represent wealth,
I have
prosperity.
said I am the same ancient soul that comes every time I am required to come. In this era and this avataric age, my message was I have already given enough in the past, right? Maybe even as Lord Ganesha, I have given a message. I do not feel the need to give any further messages or teachings which is not already been given or told. My message for today in this avataric age is to be a good human being, to move on for the purpose for which you exist. The purpose for which you exist in this life, in this birth, and for you to know me, primarily only to move on your spiritual path. Because everything else is secondary. To survive, you need food, you need clothing, you need shelter. All these things are tools, as I have explained, correct?
Right.
But the moment you drop the body, none of these tools carry any more weightage. All you are going to carry with you, notionally, a baggage that talks or says, what are the good things you did? What are the good things you learned? I'm not going to ask you, did you pray to Lakshmi and how many times you prayed to Lakshmi? It is your soul's need and hankering to pray to Lakshmi. Did Lakshmi come and tell you, if you don't pray, I will not give you wealth? Did Lord Ganesha come and tell you in your ears, I will reprimand you if you don't celebrate my homecoming? Very strong beliefs that we live with. And sometimes we live with these beliefs and do certain things, one for our own gratification, and second, so strongly imbibed of being superstitious. Only when we break these shackles, you actually move away from being ritualistic to becoming spiritual. And when you become spiritual, it is a universal, holistic, doesn't matter. XYZ saint in the Arabic world or ABC saint in the European world or in the Middle Eastern world or in the Eastern world, Asian world, doesn't matter. Because age after age after age after age after age, the soul in human form has come with a lot of impressions from many bygone days. And to shed those impressions, eventually to become one with that energy, will take time. And mind you, Buddhism, Christianity, Islam, Jewish religion, every religion has great messages that have been given, great valuable ritualistic prayers that invoke energies. But eventually, when you've done it all, birth after birth, you don't feel the need to do it anymore.